evening and welcome to Nonsense Talk Live. I am Pallab Ghosh with you. Trinamool does it once again. A man was slapped in full glare on Saturday when he dared to question Minister for Food and Civil Supplies Rotin Ghosh in North Chaubish Parganas. Actually, West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Supreme Mamata Banerjee had launched a scheme called Didi Doot and Didi Shurokha Kabuch, which means Didi's representatives. The crux of this is basically Didi's representatives will go into areas, districts, and ask people if they have some kind of problem, some kind of grievances, so that they can address it. And Didi Shurokha Kabuch is basically a protection from Didi. That's basically giving immunity to the people in the state. So on Saturday, this gentleman went to Minister Rotin Ghosh, who had come to his constituency for just to have a look at the problems. And this gentleman dared to complain about some issues, and also he went up to this minister with a suggestion of building a road next to their temple. And when this gentleman was trying to explain things or was trying to meet the minister, one of the Trinamool goon, as these ministers or politicians usually carry actually, irrespective of color, shades or party preferences. We have seen every political party carry their goons, their musclemen, their henchmen. So one of this person who is a Trinamool goon slapped this person in full glare. This has definitely raised many questions, many unanswered questions to be replied by the Trinamool, but my question one by one. One, Mamata Banerjee says, and of course now nephew and Party General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee from Netaji Indoor Stadium said that his party is aiming towards zero tolerance and nobody will be spared if anything goes wrong. Is this the zero tolerance the party preached? Or perhaps this is the zero tolerance the party preaches actually, because nothing will be tolerated against Trinamool. After all, Mamata Banerjee has always been in defiant mood whenever somebody said that Trinamool is doing wrong, because Trinamool is a holy cow. Two, if this is the clear picture of Trinamool and somebody is slapped, somebody is abused because raising questions irks them, then what's the use of these schemes? Of course, these schemes are totally eyewash. And these schemes are actually packaging basically of Didi Ke Bolo, a phone-in program that was masterminded by Prashant Kishore, PK, and his IPAC team. But Prashant Kishore's Didi Ke Bolo fell flat on the ground, on its face value. And now there are several schemes like Didi Doot, Didi Rokha Kabuch, Duare Sarkar, so on and so forth. The thing is basically repackaging the old module to market Trinamool, which is fast losing its ground in the state. 3. If Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, because these days of course you cannot name Mamata Banerjee and there is a question, is Mamata Banerjee still the Supremo or there is a duo Supremo, because Abhishek Banerjee comes in the bracket whenever some question is being asked to Trinamool, one has to take willy-nilly the name of Abhishek Banerjee. So, putting Abhishek Banerjee also in the loop, my third question is, does Trinamool actually plans to basically stop anybody from questioning the ruling party? Or is it that Trinamool is in catch-22 situation? Because once again the Central Vigilance Committee will be visiting the state amidst all the controversies in respective of, I beg your pardon, in wake of rather, the midday meal controversy. Because on one hand, Trinamool Supremo says chicken, egg and seasonal fruits will be served to children in midday meal, of course, for 4 to 6 months till the panchayat election is in the news. That's a separate issue. I had already done this earlier. So not going into that details. But the question is, Central Vigilance Committee or Central Vigilance has once again taken up this, and they will be visiting the state and going around districts, especially hills, that is North Bengal side, and they will be going through the villages and districts to find out what is actually wrong with the midday meal scheme in Bengal. I am not saying that doesn't mean that midday meal is a holy cow scheme in other states. No. Such problems have also surfaced in Uttar Pradesh, in Bihar, in Odisha, in Delhi, so on and so forth. But of course, West Bengal is par excellence, because in West Bengal, actually, if something wrong takes place, Mamata Banerjee is the first to say this is a concocted story, or this is actually a put up, and this is actually Trinamool versus BJP. So past couple of months, we have been seeing either it's scorpions or lizards, and in recent time, of course, a few days ago, we saw that midday meal which was served to the children had a big snake, dead snake in the food bucket. So, very natural, Central Vigilance Committee will be visiting West Bengal, and they will be finding the reason why such things are happening in the state. Coming to the slap issue, actually, the question is, if Trinamool thinks that it can suppress anybody, whoever dares to ask question, if Trinamool thinks it can suppress anybody who dares to raise questions, then they are wrong, because those days are actually gone when Mamata Banerjee did the same thing, actually. And this is what we can say, actually, charity begins at the home. So yesterday, whatever happened is nothing new. We had seen Mamata Banerjee doing the same thing to Sheila Ditto, a hapless farmer in West Bengal, Murshidabad district, a couple of years ago, in 2013 precisely, when he dared to ask that, he said actually, Didi Amra fertilizer dam puro pacchi na, which means, Didi, we are not getting the actual rates of the fertilizer. And Mamata Banerjee, pat came the reply from Mamata Banerjee, who accused him of being a Maoist. And she got him arrested, and it was a long case. After that, the Human Rights Commission stepped in, and he got a big compensation. So, and Mamata Banerjee said that she has the power to adjudge just by seeing somebody and say that, oh, that this person is a Maoist and this person is actually antisocial, so on and so forth. So Mamata Banerjee has ecstatic eyes. She has n number of qualities, actually. So this is it. So if Mamata Banerjee thinks and Trinamool thinks that they will be suppressing anybody who asks questions, anybody who raises questions, then it's wrong, because she is forgetting one thing, that not just panchayat, state elections is also knocking at the door. I'm not going to other things, coming to the political front. State elections is knocking at the door, and BJP is this time gearing up to face Mamata Banerjee face to face and challenge her party and Mamata Banerjee in the next state elections. Of course, not to forget, Shubhendu Adhikari had defeated Mamata Banerjee in Nandigram. I leave you with this for today. The question is, this slap incident will get bigger, bigger and bigger, as we call in our journalism terms, journalistic terms, I beg your pardon, that It's a building up story. It's a building up story. It's just the beginning. It's going to cast its spell during parliament session and, of course, when the budget session starts in the state.